here today on the second day of NICE World 2026 with Dorothy Copeland, who is the Chief Partner Officer at NICE. Welcome to the Technology Reseller News Podcast.
Thank you, Moshe. Great to be here.
Of course. So, for those of the folks who obviously don't know you, would you just take the time to introduce yourself and your background a little bit, how long you've been with the company, and what is it you do day to day, essentially?
Sure. So I joined NICE in January as the company's first partner officer. So it's the first time we've had a really global effort around bringing our partnerships together. And it's part of our newer strategy over the last year to really lean into our partner ecosystem, both as a source of growth as well as a source of scale for the company. So I'm focused on bringing it together, growing our partners, growing the revenue, ensuring we have really capable partners to do implementation so that we can scale our business quickly.
The partner landscape is so broad, and TSGs, TAs, agents, which are arguably slowly dissipating, and that's what I want to get into next. How do you address those individuals who are agents and maybe still on the fence of becoming that trusted advisor, becoming that MSP, so that they can actually increase their value share?
We're seeing a lot of partners, maybe they start as an agent, but then they build out the implementation skills with us. And so they're able to serve their customers end to end. One of the changes with AI is that customers need more of a managed services approach. And so having partners that can both work with customers from the beginning and have relationships, but also take them through the whole cycle of their CX journey is something that we're increasingly seeing partners really lean into that opportunity.
I want to talk about partner enablement. I mean, a lot of companies say, oh, we have the best partner enablement program, we have all of these certifications, so on and so forth. But, what are the tangible, sort of things and elements that you can say, we've done this since I've, come here, or we plan to do this for that matter?
One of the things we look at is, does that partner have experience? Have they done implementations that customers are happy with? So that's one piece of it. And then we go backwards from there and look at how well have we trained them? Have we certified them? One of the new things that we're rolling out in training and certification is different levels of certification and certification by role. So especially in AI, we're just rolling out a foundational certification for engineers, as well as a practitioner certification also for AI engineers, where they've built out a customer solution. And so we'll roll out different levels of certs as well as different roles. So kind of coming later in the year, we'll have an AI conversational designer certification. We'll have an AI project manager certification. And so we're looking a little bit deeper into what the specific roles and areas are where partners can become really proficient. And then we're also looking at how they then take those skills and have successful implementations with customers.
In a sense, you're sort of qualifying the lead, if you will. You want to make sure that there's a good match there, right?
Definitely.
When you're saying, hey, by the way, we understand you've had this kind of implementation in the past, or you've been successful. We want to help you become more successful. I want to look at that monetary investment that you guys are making. Putting your money where your mouth is, essentially. What does that look like? Maybe not exactly a dollar amount, but just we plan to do this sort of spin over the next 18 to 24 months, if you will.
Well, we're making a lot of investments in partners right now. So even just hiring my organization, we're adding people, we're revamping our partner portal with a more modern portal, revamping our web pages, our partner directory. We're thinking about new programs. We just announced yesterday that we plan to launch a specialization program. And so that's really meant to help partners stand apart to customers. So the first specialization we're launching is our AI specialization, of course, AI. So the partners that are well trained, certified, and experienced in deploying Cognigy and our other AI products. We'll also roll out other product family specializations as well as vertical market specialization. So as we're working with more and more partners, we're finding that we have partners that are specialized in certain industries like healthcare, like financial services or media or telco. And so we'll start to roll out those verticals really to help customers and our sales team find partners that have that expertise, that can talk the language that customers are used to. So those are things that we'll be rolling out later in the year. And then we also hired a global partner marketing leader. So he's working closely with me and my team to really revamp, how do we look at MDF, how do we do much more with partners, being strategic around PR, around case studies, bringing partners into key events that we're having. So I'd just say, like, watch this space. We've agreed that this summer is our summer of building a lot of those things out. And this fall, we'll look to be launching some really interesting new things.
I'd like to do a follow-up in a year or so we can have some, we can quantify some of these things, right?
Definitely.
I'd like to go and look at yesterday's announcement with Nice Labs, and I just wonder if you can talk about that partner opportunity as you see it, as it pertains to that sort of testing tools, if that makes sense.
It's just a huge opportunity for partners. So customers need so much help with AI. And that's where our partners are really leaning in. So we have a lot of engagement with the large GSIs who are creating AI centers of excellence around NICE, particularly with Accenture, Deloitte, Capgemini, T-Tech. And so it starts with the really big GSIs that are building out. And then we have a lot of more kind of nimble regional SIs who are looking at the labs. They look at our analytics tools, our proactive tools, and so they view that as those are tools that help them enable customers to better look at how they might roll out AI into their organizations.
Dorothy, I just want to say thank you so incredibly much, rather, for your time, and I'm looking forward to the rest of the show, and I know this will be the first of hopefully many conversations between the two of us.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining the podcast.
Take care.